What's up everyone? Welcome back to Delicious Dishes. My name is Chef Ayden, and today we're going to be making some penne vodka sauce. Okay, so as you can see, the water is boiling. I have this contraption, which is basically just a strainer inside of the pot, and it's just helpful for draining out the pasta. So you can also fill it up halfway with water. So next, since it's boiling, I'm going to take my pasta and then I'm going to put it in. Pour it in slowly. Now that it's in there, I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes so it's al dente. And then I'm going to stir it around every once in a while so it doesn't stick together. After the timer went off, I took my pasta and drained it in the sink. So now I'm letting it stay there until all the water is gone, and now it's time to make the sauce. So now I'm going to caramelize the onions by putting my onions in to my pot on a low heat. So I'm going to put all those in. There we go. Then I'm also going to put all of my oil in. There we go. Now using a spoon, I'm going to stir it around occasionally, and I'm going to do this for 10 minutes. So I'm going to let this caramelize for 10 minutes. So the reason I like to caramelize my onions is because it takes a little bit of the sweetness out of them. So now they're not too much of the taste that they really are, but they are a little bit sweeter and it adds a nice flavor to the sauce. And I'm just going to stir it around a little bit, make them all coated in the oil. I'm just going to let them sit here for a couple minutes, then stir, then sit until my timer is done, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, now that these are done being caramelized, I'm going to just spread them out a little bit. And now I'm going to put in my minced garlic. And my crushed red pepper. Now I'm going to let that sit in there and I'm going to stir it around for about a minute. And then next, I'm going to have to pour in the vodka. If you're a kid and you're making this, make sure you have an adult to supervise you while you're using vodka. So next, I'm going to pour in my vodka. Yes, this does have alcohol in it, but when it's cooking, all the alcohol gets burned off and it just adds flavor. So now I'm going to stir that around for another 4 to 5 minutes, and then all the liquid is going to reduce, and then it won't look like there's as much liquid here, because right now it looks like you have so much liquid, but a bunch of it is going to reduce in these 4 to 5 minutes. As you can see, after about 5 minutes, a bunch of the liquid went away. So now it's time to pour in our crushed tomato. Just gonna put it a little, just my stove to be a little about a simmer. Okay, so now I'm just going to keep mixing it until it looks smooth. So now I'm going to pour in my basil, my oregano, my salt. Okay, now I'm not going to do the black pepper yet because I don't want that to clump. So first I'm going to stir all of this around and then I'll spread the black pepper all over it. Because if it clumps, it's not going to be good for the person that gets that part. Right now everything's looking about mixed in. So now I'm just going to spread this all around. Alright. Now that that's done, I'm going to cover it partially with a lid so that steam can be let out, and put it on low heat. And then I'm going to let it be here for 20 minutes. I'll see you when it's done. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. And I'm just gonna stir this around a little bit. Wow, that got a lot thicker and nicer. Next I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. So, there's one. Here we go. And just got one more to do. Here we go. Put that in. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to stir that around a little bit. It's going to help thicken it up, add a little more tomato flavor. This is probably one of my favorite pasta sauces to make. It's pretty up there though. I like to make Alfredo sauce, and I also like to make this vodka sauce. Now I'm going to add 3/4 cup of heavy cream. There we go. All done now. And now I'm going to stir that all around. This looks so good. Taste a little bit of it and see if it needs a little more spices or heavy cream. Oh, that's hot. That's actually pretty good. I don't think I need any more spices or heavy cream. Oh, that's so good. It's gonna taste so good on the pasta. Okay, and now this is done, so just turn your stove off. And then next we're going to unfreeze some peas, and then we're gonna plate it and try it out. So next, I've got my peas here, and then I'm just going to fill them up with water. So now they're submerged in water. And next I'm going to put them in the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And now it's time for my favorite part of the video, trying it out. So I've got my pasta here. I'm just going to take my ladle and scoop out some sauce. Here we go. Pour some on right here. And this is just a small portion, so I don't want a lot of sauce. And then I'm going to sprinkle some peas on top with some cheese. There we go. Now let's try it out. That's so good. It's nice and flavorful and creamy, and then also the pasta is nice and al dente.